We're watching a developing immigration story that could affect thousands of California dreamers.
The DACA program protects hundreds of thousands of undocumented immigrants from deportation. KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan joins us now with details. Dave?
Yeah, immigration, of course, a very important part of the president's agenda and a fiery issue all at the same time. The DACA program protects those who were children when their parents brought them into the U.S. illegally. Some of them were still babies at the time and have never really lived anywhere other than in the U.S., like this young lady.
With DACA, I was able to work. Was able to finance my education on my own, and I recently, this past May, graduated with my bachelor's in sociology.
Deanna says the DACA program changed her life by granting her a permit that allowed her to work hard and pursue her higher education. Her baby daughter, Camila, is an American citizen born in the U.S. The photo of the young baby watching Deanna as she works. Deanna is among nearly 800,000 people who were illegally brought into the U.S. as children by their parents. She was a baby herself when that happened, only a year old. But now she and the other dreamers, as the DACA participants are called, may be facing the dismantling of the DACA program that has protected them from deportation for the past 5 years.
I want the best for my daughter. I want the best for my family. This is my home. America's my home. I've been here for 24 years. Practically all of my life is here. So I do hope that DACA continues.
But according to a report by the Reuters news agency, which is quoting an unnamed administration official, President Trump is expected to rescind the DACA program, which was established by President Obama, and the announcement could be made as soon as Friday. The report has already fired up California elected officials, from Senator Kamala Harris to the mayor of L.A., to mount an 11th-hour campaign to push back on the expected White House announcement.
We have heard that DACA, which is Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, a program that 800,000 Americans have participated in, is right now under threat. And we've heard that the White House, as early as this week, will be getting rid of DACA.
Trump administration officials are not confirming the Reuters report, indicating instead that the decision still hasn't been finalized.
Anybody that's here illegally that's subsequently committed a crime is going to get caught and thrown out, and anybody in between has to wait for a decision or at least a policy announcement from the administration on how we're going to handle deferred action moving forward.
Final decision on that front has not been made, and when it is, we will certainly inform everybody in this room.
And I'm a volunteer here with CHIRLA, the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights of Los Angeles.
At organizations like CHIRLA, phone bank volunteers have been calling families this week whose lives may be affected by the dismantling of DACA and urging them to get actively involved in the issues. The Reuters report indicated President Trump, while expected to close down the DACA program, would likely also allow some dreamers to stay in the U.S. temporarily until their work permits expire. But for Luis, whose permit expires in 6 months, that's cold comfort when he thinks about how he could be separated from his own family and deported.
I have siblings that are citizens of the United States, and I come from a mixed household, right? And separating whether it be me or some of my cousins from this country, it would tear our families apart, honestly. Whether I get removed from the country and my little sister, who's an American citizen, is allowed to stay, it's not just an issue of me now, it's an issue of her as well.
Now, during the campaign, President Trump vowed he would overturn every one of President Obama's executive orders on immigration, and he appears to be ready now to follow through on this one. But in February, President Trump also commented that he would treat the dreamers with heart. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
So Dave, talk to us about the impact here in California.
Yeah, well, it could be very significant. In fact, this could have more impact in California than in any other state in the country. More than 200,000 of the dreamers live in this state. That's about a quarter of the national total. About 100,000 are in Texas, and other states like New York, Florida, and Illinois also have large numbers of DACA participants. And today, some technology industry companies, many of which are based in California, are mobilizing opposition to the president's plan. Reuters quotes the president of Microsoft, for example, as saying the country cannot afford to lose the tremendous talents of these individuals. Jeff, back to you.